I should have taken more profit. I should have taken profit. Is this something that you're telling yourself too? When you see your portfolio crash massively, it's not a good feeling, and it's humbling to say the least. One moment you have all of these dreams of financial freedom and it feels so close. But then the market has a way to punch you in the face and then take it all away. It's a major shock, especially if this is the first time you've ever experienced a true bear market. Today, I'm going to talk about how to survive and eventually thrive in a crypto bear market. Please like the video to help with the YouTube algorithm so we can help more people survive this crypto winter. Subscribe to the channel because I have more bear market and crypto gaming content coming to help us weather the storm. And because I'm not a financial analyst, this is not financial advice, but merely my own opinions. Let's jump back to December 2017. Bitcoin hit an all-time high of nearly $20,000. This is a 20x from the far cry of 1,100 earlier that year in January 2017. But then in January 2018, Bitcoin had this spectacular crash and eventually hit $3,000. Earlier, I had attended an entrepreneur event that happened to feature a crypto panel. They were discussing the future of Bitcoin and blockchain technology, and truthfully, it went all over my head. I didn't understand all the things that I know now. I didn't understand a thing. But the one thing that I understood was the conviction that the speakers had, and that was something that always stuck with me, even today. And one thing that they essentially said was this: survive the short term and have a longer term outlook, and you're going to be fine. It's going to be a bloodbath and it's going to be highly volatile. Those who survive and can handle this volatility will be rewarded. And they were right. Even though Bitcoin crashed from nearly $20,000 to the low of $3,000, from that point in 2018, it eventually rallied into this bull market. Yes, some of us didn't exit in time. Yes, some of us lost even more money on meme stocks, dog-related crypto, or animal JPEGs. We've all made mistakes, but we're still here. Time to learn from those mistakes now, because now begins the real work to best set yourself up for the next bull market. So here are 4 tips to survive the bloodbath of the bear market. Number 1, rebalance your portfolio. If you're a long-term investor and you only put money in the top blue chip crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, then you're just gonna stay the course and then hold for the long term. But for others, like myself, we invested in short-term, higher risk assets like animal JPEGs or virtual metaverse land. We have potentially a more complicated route. Even then, the best route for most is to let time be your ally and then wait it out. Usually, that's sound advice for the longer term, battle tested crypto or NFT blue chip projects that you actually believe in. But here's one thing that most people won't tell you to do with higher risk digital assets: sell to cut your losses, because this might be the highest price it will ever be. This happened to me back during the April-May 2020 crash, where some of those altcoins have never recovered for me ever. It may be simple to say, but it's not easy to discover which to cut. So that becomes a skill you need to develop. Ideally, leading into a bear market is the best time to take risk off by selling these higher risk investments and moving to less risky digital assets like Bitcoin, Ethereum, other layer 1 crypto blockchains, or selling into stable coins or cash. While it might be too late to say most of the investments, there might be some altcoins, some NFTs, or other high-risk assets that can be sold to reduce your overall risk and rebalance into safer assets. So keep the investments you believe will survive the bear and thrive in a bull market. Cut losses on anything that you believe will not recover, or cut losses if you can make better use of that funds elsewhere. Be careful with selling into cash with the thought to buy back later. Historically in the stock market, 6 of the 10 best days happened within 2 weeks of the 10 worst days, according to JP Morgan's Guide to Retirement. Timing the market is incredibly difficult, and missing those best trading days can mean missing out on recouping your portfolio and missing out on major opportunities, so be careful. A way to combat this risk: people choose to invest every day during the bear market, which is also known as dollar cost averaging, just choosing a set time to regularly invest regardless of the price. So this is tip number 2: free up more money to consistently invest. This is counterintuitive. Why would I buy more when I'm already down a lot? This is because you'll be able to bring down the high initial cost of buying inside the bull market and bring it down to the prices of the bear market, since they're already crashed and they're basically on sale. While this is hard to time the market and find the bottom, consistently investing during a bear market every month, every week, or daily will take the guesswork and your emotions out of investing, because you're getting to invest regardless of the price. So if you're an emotional buyer, an emotional trader, dollar cost averaging makes it easier to take your emotions out, so you can just take the average over a period of time. We already know the price is low and near the bottom. Can we go lower? Yes, but we are much closer to the bottom than we are to the top. So when we take a look 5, 10, 20 years out, getting an average cost around where this price is going to range still looks like a good deal. The moves you make in a bear market will set you up for the next bull market. Free up money by living below your means and ruthlessly cut expenses. Exemplify the Maston Kip quote: "Live the life others won't for a few years, so you could live life others can't for the rest of your life." To do this, you're gonna have to become the person who can achieve this. Where tip number 3 is learn with focus. Some of the generic advice you're gonna hear right now is it's time to learn. But misguided learning will leave you wasting time and making the same mistakes for next time. So what you're gonna need to do now is become the person who thrives in a bear market, so you can ultimately live the future life that you want. Do you need to understand the macro financial environment better? Do you need to become a better trader by understanding technical analysis? Do you need to create an additional stream of income so you can invest more during this bear market? Revisit your financial goals to figure out the knowledge you best need to achieve those goals. After, you're gonna need to analyze the mistakes you made during the bull market, like buying the top, not taking profits, or over investing in higher risk assets. Then find the knowledge needed to solve these mistakes for next time, so when the next bull market comes around, you'll be better prepared. Which brings me to my last tip: no matter the market, there's always opportunity. So while it may be hard, do your best to not stay on the sidelines. Yes, the fear, the stress, the emotions are overwhelming that you don't want to do anything. But the times that I've missed my biggest opportunities were the times where I allowed stress to take me out of the market for a break. During the COVID crash, I had extra cash that I could have used to buy at those lows, but I was overwhelmed with everything that was going on that investing and trading was the last thing that was on my mind. I'm not saying to ignore your mental health and not take a break, but quite the opposite. Instead, do your best to alleviate the short-term stress and do what's needed now so you can take a longer term break later. Meditate, do a focused breathing exercise like box breathing, go outside for a moment, touch grass, get dinner with a friend, exercise, do anything, everything to channel and release the stress after, so you can come back and figure out your initial actions. Ask yourself, is there anything that needs my immediate attention now? If I take a few days, a week off, what will I miss? What do I need to do now so I can safely take a much needed break later? I could have prevented losing literally tens of thousands of dollars if I just did this before taking every break that I considered taking. Each bear market, each crash, while emotional and even traumatic at times, to not reduce the severity of how a bear market can feel, this still represents an unprecedented opportunity, because after each bear market comes a bull market. Yes, it sucks in the moment. No one likes losing money, but I learn something new each and every time, and I become better because of it. So now find how to be better, to survive now, to thrive in a better future tomorrow. As always, take care, talk soon, and I'll see you in the next video.